limousine, think you saved the hair still spinning. She look 3 5 so nice, I'm grinning. The bitch so fine, oh my ridiculous. Lean for the paper chase. Music scene is my saving grace. Still spinning. I lost my mind, I'm fine, I'm living. You touch my bro, spill wine, you're tripping.
Guys, yes people, welcome back. Another live stream, another video. Plenty to get into as always. Stuff on Raheem Sterling that just popped up over the last hour. Allegedly, the deal has already been agreed and done. We got stuff on Raphinha. Obviously, we were all shook yesterday at the situation with Barcelona potentially hijacking the hijackers. But now that some time's passed, we can look at it a little bit more logically. I don't think it's as dangerous as people make it out to be. But either way, we should be fine. But we can get into that as well. So we'll probably talk about the fucking Lukaku actually finally going, and we can throw that dickhead in the back and be done with it. Stuff on Nathan Ake, plenty to get into. So yeah, guys, smash the like and subscribe button. Let's try and get to 100 likes, seeing as we've got over 100 you guys in here already. And yeah, big up. Let's get straight into it. Jesters, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, I'm just here to, pat the little kids that are our fan base on the head and say, sack up, bitches, because this is the way business works. You'll find different things come out. Barcelona ain't getting Raphinha. They ain't got the money. So, cool your tits. Everything's fine.
Love to hear it. Josh, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, man. Agree with Jester on that. Like, I just don't see any way possible for it to happen. And if that's the only target they want to get this summer, then I still don't think it's possible. Okay. They're after Lewandowski. He's going to cost a pretty penny. Just pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Yeah, 100%. Who's next? Alex, what are you saying, bro?
I was gonna hit the likes button, people. Yeah, I'm not worried about any of the transfer window. I still think we're gonna get both. I still think Barcelona is like they link with everybody, but it's because they are a big club, and if they get somebody, I just don't think we're gonna get both for some reason, because they still have Torres. People forget that they still have Torres at that position. They have a lot of players in that offensive positions. That's all I'm saying.
Super chat already.
Oh, geez, yeah. Big up, guys. Can we start the look? There's your daddy story. I'm confused. What does he mean by that?
Oh, you didn't hear the report?
You didn't hear
Conte?
Oh,
yeah.
Stuff.
Yes,
yeah.
That
was
if that's just true, Tuchel get a lifetime contract.
And if we play Inter in the Champions League and they come to the bridge and you guys don't start a "Who's Your Daddy" chant, I don't know what to do with you.
You know what the worst part is? It was said after the interview, so I don't know why he's being petty about it. Like, he didn't literally say it himself. He wants to go back to Inter and beg and everything. But
did you see?
People gonna be petty.
Did you see all the petty shit he was upset about? The big photograph they put out for New Year's.
No, I didn't see the Athletic article. Go into it.
He said that the big 2022 New Year's photo they put out with all the players, he could barely see himself, so he was upset about that. It's like, dude, really? This is what we're talking about here? Why don't you grow some balls and play?
After he did that interview, he's lucky that they put him on any Instagram posts. Like, they could have just
not even
buried
that
him.
deep. Like, I did see the picture. I can't even tell if he was in it or not. But I mean, after the interview drops like 2 days before New Year's, I'm not really that surprised, in all honesty. Like, is what it is. Like, if you're gonna say petty stuff then
I'm actually surprised. I thought he was a PD little man, but that was like that was. There's a child in that man somewhere.
Well, he came to the champions of Europe, man. You don't have any championship pedigree like that. Like, you don't get to come in and just be a boss dog to a team that just won the Champions League. You better shape up and fit in, man. You don't get to be. You don't get to be the lead dog.
I saw some Chelsea fan got upset about it. Like, why Tuchel does that? Like, it's a put it on Tuchel too. I was like,
How dare
seriously?
he make a casual joke about a bullshit interview that he made up? Like, nah, fuck that. Why did he do the interview in the first place?
It's
I was about
actually
to say that, Sir Timo Werner. The correct term is
Small dick syndrome. Damn right.
Small dick energy from
What was
Lukaku.
his obsession with New Year celebration? I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, he's the biggest signing in Chelsea history, and he wants to feel that way.
No,
But
they
play
did
like
a
that, and
collage
maybe
of
we'll-
all the players for Chelsea, and he could barely see himself.
Oh, I didn't even see him there.
Well, yeah, that was his complaint.
So he's complaining that he wasn't. My God.
He's where he
Yeah.
will be. He's where he will be if we play them in the Champions League, right in N'Golo's pocket, right in the side there. That's where you could find him.
And
Tucked in.
plus, they said he was really shitty to the players. He thought,
Yeah,
he, thought he
I saw-
was better than everybody else.
And that does seem a bit accurate because I do remember seeing a video from training that came out, and he was like, and he just banged a shot into the top right, and he's like, "I'll teach you all how to finish. I'll teach you all how to finish," and shit like that. Which at the start we all just laughed off, and it was like, you know what you could do with a couple of lessons. But I get why the players would see that and think, eh?
No. The funny part is he got obsessed. Like, it's the same thing as a joke. Like, he got obsessed with Tuchel joke. Why did he surprised that somebody got obsessed because of him? And that
He like again, small dick energy.
I do think we
No,
should.
them guys you can give it out, but they can't take it. That's the sort of guy Lukaku is. He'll cuss you
some
out
of
for
these-
hours. God forbid you say a joke back. He's gonna throw a
On
big
some of
stand.
these stories, we do need to maybe take it with a little bit of a grain of salt, because Nizar posted some shit yesterday about a story he heard and then had to come out this morning and say, like, well, I don't know if it's true. It's just a story I heard through the grapevine. It's like, all right, well, then you're supposedly supposed to be a journalist. Don't post shit like that if you have no idea if it's true or not. Like, I get it's banter at this point because he's gone, but, you know, if you have no clue if it's true or not, then maybe as a journalist, that's not something you should be posting about.
yeah.
Okay, that wraps up the Lukaku section. Let's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
move on to the players that we actually want to talk about.
Right.
Fuck
Before we do
turd.
that though, Duoscope, you all good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just happy to see the bowling ball head leave.
Yeah, I think that's one thing we can all agree on. Fair enough. And last but not least, Fata. What are you saying, bro? Okay,
Huh?
cool.
Oh, sorry.
Right,
My
like
bad.
we were saying. Did you just
Yeah,
wake
all
up?
good, all good, sorry. Yeah.
No, he had to go push one out real quick.
Oh, we didn't hear the
Yeah,
toilet
just woke
flush.
up. My,
Yeah, he did
no,
just
no
wake up.
toilet flush.
He did just wake up. He was like,
Fucking hell, man. Right, you lot are asleep in the comment section as well, because what is this? What the
come
fuck
on,
is
that looks like Lukaku stats right there. Come on.
Yeah, guys, run up those likes, man. You're taking a piss. what
Yes.
else? Go ahead. Daniel's saying if we fake, yeah, he's loan signing. That doesn't matter. Do you remember 2013-14 when Courtois played against us in the semi?
That's only a Premier League thing. It's not a Champions League thing. We want him to play so we can put him in our. We could just demolish him. I just hope we face Inter, and looks they're going to be in pot. No, they'll be in pot 2 with us.
I think we have a chance to play him.
So we won't. No,
We
'Cause
won't
you-
have a chance.
it's pot 1, pot 2, pot 3, and pot 4. So
Pot
that's how
one's
you
all
get
champions.
pot 1 of the champions, which beat AC Milan. I think they're second, so they're pot 2. We could play Juventus though, because they're gonna be pot 4.
Hey,
I think.
depending
No, they'll
on
be
what
pot. They'll
Chelsea
be pot
player
3.
goes
They'll
the
be
other
pot
way.
3. I think.
Into pot 3.
No. Juventus.
Oh, I was gonna say then we might actually play them.
No, I think,
Yeah, no, I think Inter's pot 2. I think Inter's pot 2. So if we play him, it would have to be a knockout round. Yeah.
which is fine with me. Well, they won't even get to the knockout rounds. They never do.
All I know is I'd be excited because I know the atmosphere would be unbelievable for that game. You actually would
Who's
hear
your
Stamford Bridge.
daddy? Dun 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 dun. Who's
It would be.
That's what
it'd
it
be
is.
peak.
Oh my God! If we play them and we Chelsea fans chant that song, oh my word, man!
You know what, Spurs? Knowing typical Chelsea, we probably end up conceding. He might actually turn up for a game at the Bridge, just because he feels like he's got a point to prove. Della says, anyone worried about this new ownership? They've only proven to be able to get players out on a cheap. Not worried at all, really. Like we've seen, as soon as Bowley and Tuchel have taken the reins, we started moving. We started moving immediately.
I don't even know what that means. Who did we get out on a cheap?
My
Inter paid his.
stink face.
I know Inter paying his entire wage. Like that's not on the cheap.
Yeah, and if it's like a two-year loan deal, 12 million euros each way, and then you've got a 45 million pounds transfer fee at the end of that, which is what was rumored to be the fee. It's around about 60, 70 million euros, which is close enough to what we're expecting to get for Lukaku anyway, which is good business.
It's only a 1-year loan fee with no obligation or option.
Yeah,
there's
a handshake deal to extend it another year. There's a handshake deal, yeah.
Hopefully.
My only worry is that like who they're gonna get in like as a sporting director or director of football or what have you. That's my only worry. But that's gonna be next season, I believe. So it's nothing to be worried about in the immediate future.
Yeah, as for right now, we're just doing the one thing we wanted: give the manager the keys.
I've always heard, let's just get rid of the Deadwood. We've been asking too much money for him. That's why we can't move him. And now we're just like, hey, come buy this Deadwood. We'll give you a discount. And everybody's now pissed. How bipolar does this fan base need to get? I mean, first of all, we need to get rid of Deadwood. We're asking too much money. Now we're not asking for enough money. Fucking nobody
who's complaining about the Deadwood being sold for cheap?
Right there, there's super chat in front of your face.
Yeah, no, that's not a complaint. That's not a complaint.
Yes,
it's just a point that no, it's not, because it says they've only proven that that's what they can do. It's not a complaint. It's just the one point that you can point to. I don't think
they're complaining about the ownership.
Hold on a second. If you don't see a complaint in this super chat, you telling me you don't see the complaint?
I don't think it's necessarily a complaint. It's just a point. It's one point that they've been able to achieve.
It's
that they've been able to sell players
point.
in the cheap.
It's a negative.
It literally says anyone worried.
Like, I'll meet you in the middle there. It's not a direct complaint, but it's a negative point.
Wow.
Okay.
What a democratic panel we have. What a democratic panel. There is a politician over here somewhere, Lewis. You're a politician, man.
Thank you, man. I'll actually make some good changes to society.
No. But you're Boris Johnson for this panel.
That's actually offensive, bro. I ain't taking that.
This is complaint. And
don't ever compare me to that fucking fat rhino, man. Fuck that. But yeah, just so Della, bro, don't worry just yet. Like, we're expecting a lot of ingoings and outgoings, and on the wages of some of these players, I don't care if it's on a cheap. Like, as long as they're gone and we have an improved squad by the end of summer, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah,
no reason.
This money is not, again, Bowley, he's just banking this money.
Right.
Because it wasn't his signings. All that debt, all those players we bought, that's been wiped off the books. So it's really all profit.
Yep.
I have a question. I have a question for you guys.
Sir
I have a
Timo
question for
Werner,
you guys.
you know his real name. It's not what you wrote it down.
I have a question. Do you guys actually think Neymar's coming to Chelsea?
I think it's a very possible scenario at some point.
It's going to be the last signing of the summer if it happens.
Yeah. It'll be after we settle the defense. But I think it'll be a loan with maybe an option, but definitely a loan. I don't think they'll buy him straight out.
I love how everybody is trying to get all these people in under 200 million pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, we got.
Well, that's why we want.
I don't know where the report came that we're going to only have 200 million pounds for transfers. Todd Bowley will spend what he has to spend this summer to get us where we need to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why you want those outgoing
a little bit
sales.
less next summer.
Look, can we talk about specific things that I actually look more? I want to know about why people think. I want to compare to Ake to the blonde version of, I don't know who, but what's his name?
Delict?
Yeah, the Linkwood guy. What's the difference between those two players? Can we talk about that? Like,
one's taller, one's
just before that. Nearly 500 of you guys are in here, and we ain't even got 100 likes. What is this, guys?
Don't say anything. Don't say anything until they get to 200 likes.
Yeah, you know what? Cool.
Oh, fuck that. I can't be quiet. I want to
talk. Put him in the background, Lewis.
Yeah, it would be you to ruin it, wouldn't it?
Put him in the background until it's 200 likes.
You ain't saying a word, man. We ain't saying a
Okay.
word.
Okay.
I'm just gonna chill here, guys. So
Dildo Excel, be quiet.
Hold that.
we got to 127. There we go. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. What, 155. We're getting there. Nearly there. 40 left, guys. Let's go. Let's go. 30 left. Alright, let's talk him, more like him, motherfucker. Less talks, more likes. Down to 20 left. It is blackmail, but you know what? The game is the game. You do have to understand that.
Ave Maria. Hey, Shabby, that's a red card for you.
Here we go. If y'all don't smash the 200 likes, we're gonna let Fater sing nonstop.
Yeah, we'll make Fats to sing even more.
Or take a
Now,
shit
come
live
on,
on
that
the
ain't a reason to press the like button. I don't know what is.
Maria Gratia Plena.
For fuck's sake, smash that button. For fuck's sake. Please.
Yeah, come on, 5 away, man. And fuck Werner.
Boom. All right, cool. Right, so what are we talking about,
Is
guys?
it that hard,
Who
man?
said that?
Lewis is doing this
Fucking
content for
dildo
free.
cunt.
All you have to do is press the like button. Jesus Christ.
I know some dickhead's gonna unlike now, but it is what it is. We got what we wanted. Right, so what were we talking about? I think we were
and Ake.
Okay.
yeah.
Ake versus Delict.
Fucking hell, that ain't that much of a
Is that
debate.
really a comparison?
No,
Yeah,
they wouldn't. He was talking about what's the difference between the two.
I mean,
That's
one's
confusing.
more
I think the
versatile.
more-
No. Why people think? Can somebody tell me why Delink what is better than Ake?
Oh, that's
He
easy.
has a larger physical presence. I believe he's younger. I don't know. Yeah, he's younger.
He's 22.
So he has more room to grow. How old is Ake? 23, 24?
He's
No,
25 or
Ake is like
26, isn't he?
27.
Okay.
20,
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So he's way younger. So Ake, Delic has a larger capability to grow. Like, I guess that's the most important thing for a defender.
Also,
I
one
guess.
being homegrown in Nathan Ake too.
And
One's a
plus-
starter, one's not.
If I'm being perfectly honest, I don't think one has anything to do with the other, man. People
Yeah,
are getting
they're
this
totally
way.
different profiles of center backs. One's more of a
Just-
one has more pace. One's a taller, more stout, good aerially.
So
They're different types of
so-
center backs.
okay. I just don't see it. For me,
Okay.
I just think for the money value, the difference, the amount of difference between the value, it does not match up the money. Does that make sense? Like, for example, how much we will pay for Ake?
You're saying Delic's not worth it.
I say Delic is not worth it.
Yeah, but I don't.
I mean,
don't-
I agree with you. Like, he's not an 80 million centre back. He's ridiculous.
He's not playing like one because he's been a bit up and down for Juventus.
Did anybody watch him play last year?
Yeah, well, this is
I need to say the last season. I realized
let's really.
The start was a bit iffy.
No. It's not even about that. Okay, everybody went crazy on him because of one season that he had in Ajax, right? That's the only time that we compare that he was the star that's supposed to be. Since he moved to the Italy, did he improve that any way as a center back?
Right. He was the captain of Juve this year. So
he started slowly, and we will say like he is capable of a little error here and there, which I do think most defenders can be as well. But like last season, I think he was one of their most vital players, especially from what I've been hearing from Juventus fans most of the time.
And
he's saved their arse so many times over the last 18 months, I'd say. 18 months.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not going to say like I've watched Juve play, but like I've read what Juve fans say about him. And they're saying he's like one of their key players.
Okay, so how much is the value without the player? How much is the value without the player?
His release, I think his release clause is over 120 million.
120.
About 120 million euros.
So because he's
fair enough.
He's on the last year of a contract or no?
1 or 2 more years.
Okay, so
trying to.
Not the less.
They were trying to extend him.
Okay, so he doesn't sign because they tried to extend. So let me get this freaking Van Dijk was sold for 80, right? 3 seasons ago, 4 seasons ago.
He's 2 years left on his contract.
Yeah. Let me get this straight. I just don't see the amount of value for him. He's 22 years old. Usually defenders become better with age, not the way around.
But he's getting older. He's not decreasing in age.
He's not. Yeah.
He's not Benjamin Button.
No.
I don't think this is an Ake.
What I'm saying. The best years of defense becomes in the late stage compared to the forwards, compared to the midfielders. I'm telling you, Lewis, you need to look at. I told you that before. You need to have a stream where, like each possession in the game, by what year a player becomes better, and defense usually gets closer to 30. Van Dijk 28. There's a marvel. There's a pieces. There's individual talents like John Terry.
So you're saying it's going to take longer for him to reach his peak.
It's exactly.
I don't think.
I kind no, because like to me, I think as well being a defender. I get what you're saying about your peak might be a bit later, but I also kind of think it goes away like you have a much higher bit of longevity as a defender, where you could hit that peak potentially a bit earlier and be able to maintain it for a longer period of time.
Most 22-year-old center backs have not been playing
high-level
football for 5 years.
Okay. Let me ask you then. Why is everybody so obsessed then about Kai Havertz not hitting his peak, and we paid about same amount less than, for example, for Van Dijk.
No, because like you're kind of get what you're saying about the defensive peak. Like I get what you're saying about the defensive peak, but like I think what makes more sense is the longevity. I think like a defender can reach that peak at a younger age, but they can maintain it for a longer period.
And where's the idea?
I think defenders can be at the top for longer because they can play into their 30s as well. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I understand what you're trying to say, but
I
don't know. I might be crazy, but I'm a defender, and I literally, only time I watch the league is not in Italy regularly. Only time I watch them is the Championship League, and I'm not that impressed. I watched them against Chelsea when we played. I'm not that impressed.
I think the reason.
No. And the thing about Ake, I remember Chelsea fans saying, why we're not exercising his release clause at that point when he was about to go to City. And I remember the Chelsea fans yapping and complaining that he didn't. Do you think City paid that much of money for him? I don't know.
What was his release clause for Bournemouth?
It was same as the seller now, 40.
Yeah, no, but to me, I'm looking at 40 million for Nathan Ake, and I'm thinking,
no. That's the answer. No.
Because Because to me, when I heard it was like 25 to 30, I thought like that's not a bad deal.
And also,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say this signing of De Ligt, even though I don't think it's gonna happen. It's not a signing of like, oh, like Tuchel really likes this guy. It's a more of an opportunistic signing because the player wants to leave. That's really all it is, and we're just sticking our foot in the race like we always do. I don't think it's feasible that he comes.
Andrew, I'm with you.
It's been reported that it's Tuchel's #1 target. How can you come out now?
Bro,
Tuchel doesn't really want him. He doesn't.
Bro,
really want him.
everybody is. Listen, hold on. That means absolutely nothing to me. Everyone's Tuchel. Tuchel likes fucking everybody. So I don't believe that shit for a second. Yeah. Second of all,
Tuchel is the Tuchel likes.
Yeah, and second of all,
I don't like to agree with you, but yeah.
Second of all, it's like the Juventus the CEO said that it's unlikely that we can keep a player that wants to leave. That's literally word of mouth. Like the Juventus CEO doesn't go yapping that out every single second. The player may or may not want to leave. So I'm much more inclined to believe that. It's an opportunistic signing, and I don't think it's anything that will be taken seriously. Maybe like 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now. So, but I mean, if we're going to discuss it, I think he would. I think he could come, and I think he could be very good for us, but I don't think it's anything that will take a deeper interest in 2 weeks from now.
I'm just thinking like I just think that 2 weeks from now, and he'll be a Chelsea player. So yeah, we won't have an. You think
we're going to sign 9 players this transfer window? I'm not taking my cues from you, bro.
Well, it's fine. You could take your cues from wherever the hell you want to, but you just spouted waffle for the last minute.
Despite the fact that Alex agrees with me, I think you enjoy the transfer.
I just agree with you that everybody's saying that it's a Tuchel's. Every signing we linked with, it's Tuchel. Tuchel wants him.
I guess I had to speak real slow to explain this to everybody. But the board that we used to have is now gone. The only people doing transfers now are Tuchel and Bowley. So anybody we sign is approved by both of those people, Tuchel and Bowley, which means anybody who comes in is a Tuchel signing. Somebody he wants and said, Bowley, go get me that guy. Because you think Bowley already knows all about these players? No, he's negotiating contracts. He's taking his cues from Tommy Tuchel, which we've all been asking for. Sign the players that the manager wants. Now that we're signing the players that the manager wants, certain people don't like them. They're like, well, it's not really a Tuchel signing. Or what? Tuchel has no pool. It's just all. People are finding a way to be fucking negative about every single thing.
None of that is what I said. None of that is what I said. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, just a couple things. Like I don't think people should conflate Ake and De Ligt like it's one or the other. I think it's Ake because right now we're dealing with Sterling, so it's easy to negotiate with City if you like Ake, and it's De Ligt. Like Ake is being bought not to be a starting left center back. He's being bought to be a rotational player on this team, 100%. De Ligt, I think absolutely is a Tuchel signing. Yeah, Tuchel, he loves Tuchel. The reason you have the Juventus president saying it's hard to keep a player who wants to leave is because he is asked to leave. And that he's made that abundantly clear. And the only team negotiating with him right now is Chelsea. So it makes sense. Where would he be asking to leave to go would be Chelsea. Like there's no.
Go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
There's no other center back target or team that's going after him right now aside from Chelsea. So for him to say he wants to leave, it means he's probably asked to go to Chelsea. I'm sure it was even reported this morning he wants to play under Thomas Tuchel. So
yeah, I did see that from Simon Phillips.
Jester is right in the sense that the only two people working on transfers right now are Bowley and Tuchel. There's no one else. We have no sporting director. Cech is gone. Marina's gone. Bruce Buck is gone. There's 2 people and 2 people alone. All the reports have said Todd Bowley is the one calling other teams, talking about the players, trying to work deals. He's doing that because Thomas Tuchel has given him a set of players that he wants to go get. He said, give me the names that you want and I'll go get them. That's exactly what's happening right now with Matthias de Ligt. They have a chance to offer cash plus a player. They're not going to be spending 85, 90 million on him. It's probably going to be
off my face, Lewis.
It's probably going to be in the 60 to 70 cash range plus a player. And the deal will get done as soon as they can wrap it. Ake, it's not like it's De Ligt or Ake. It's just not the case.
I'm just thinking with the link, it's a lot of risk. He's gonna play against better forwards. He's gonna play in a faster game and pay that amount of money. Maybe it's a PTSD after Lukaku. That's all I'm saying. Maybe it's just PTSD after at Lukaku.
So this kid was everybody's favorite when he was at Ajax. Everybody wanted to sign him. Okay, let me
one
finish.
season wonder.
Let me finish. It wasn't a one season wonder, by the way.
It was.
You know what? I'm just going to leave the stream.
Hey, let him finish,
the
man.
stream, Jester.
What? Let me finish with my point.
Okay.
You're sitting there and interjecting stuff, and it's not even true.
Okay.
So he was bought by Juventus. Yes, when you go up a level, when you go up from the Eredivisie to Serie A, there's an adjustment period, especially when you're a teenager, right?
Yeah.
So he goes over there, and he ends up this year as captain of Juve. With Chiellini, Bonucci, this guy's wearing the armband, but he's shit. That's what I'm supposed to believe.
No one said he was shit.
The same.
No,
not
he didn't say
worth-
those
not
exact
worth-
words, but you say, "Well, he's not good enough," and rah, rah, rah. So yes,
I
you
didn't
did
say
say
that.
it was
I
shit.
think with the lick,
I didn't
there's
say that. I
longevity,
said-
there's leadership. Yeah, there might be a
Exactly,
bit
yes.
of questions about his agility and like there's the odds like high key error here and there, but I
you
think
think-
that comes with defenders. Defenders
think-
will.
I
get
think
caught out
I
at
think
times.
he's a young physical specimen. Yes, but what I actually did say, I just think it's unlikely that he comes. That's all I said. And also to your point about like I don't know if I can't remember. It was like that he's like we're the only ones in for him. It's like, well, most of these situations between clubs where a player falls out over a certain period of time, some of these things can be rectified. You know, not every dispute results in the player leaving the club. So I just don't think that there's much substance to the idea that he's going to leave, and to you saying that within 2 weeks he'll be signed. I just think that's a fallacy, to be honest.
Just
not a
and I
dispute.
didn't
He's
I'm not
he's
saying
asked
he's
to leave the club.
I'm
It's
not
not a
saying he's
dispute.
a shit player. I just have a concerns of the price and the biggest jump that people assumption that it's not about how he's a player. It's about the adjustment that he has to do to come to Chelsea. That's it.
What adjustment?
Well, it's a different league, and it's a different kind of forwards he's gonna face. Because if Lukaku, if Tommy can score 15, 20 goals a season over there in that defense, it's a
I think the quality
PTSD.
of forwards is
Too much-
different in Serie A.
Yes, I don't know.
No, that's like I think there's adaptation for players in general whenever they have to switch. I think it's very. I won't say it's like rare, but you're less likely to find a player that hits the ground running, as opposed to a player
It's a
that
serious money, and I just have a
No.
PTSD off of it because
for longevity, for the potential, for the leadership, I can kind
I'll
of
speak
understand
to you
it.
when Kai Havertz
So-
longevity.
So the lick has
Disability.
to
Hey,
adjust.
I will
if the
talk to you.
Ligt had 2 Premier League seasons and was underwhelming, I'd hear it. I would hear it.
Okay, so again, the lick has to adjust to new forwards coming into Premier League, but everybody thinks Koulibaly doesn't. Where do we?
Well,
where
he's
do
a
we-
lot older. Well, he's a lot
So-
older, so
So he's a lot
adjustment.
older. But he's
So he
never
has
played
more
against these forwards or strikers. He has to make the adjustment too.
See,
It's
here's
not-
the
it's
thing
not- it's
for me.
not-
As the defender, I think it's easier to adjust as opposed to an attacker because as a defender, it's more about your reading, it's about your understanding of the game, it's about your positional awareness. It's more mental, in my opinion. Whereas for attackers, like there is the tactical understanding, but you're more on the front foot. Whereas a defender, you're more reactive. So it's more about how you can react to those situations. So I feel like you're asking different things for a defender as opposed to for an attacker. If you're talking about
And also-
adapting,
okay, you know, go.
Also about speed, Thiago Silva is not the fastest center back, but he can anticipate. So if you have anticipation and you're actually positioned correctly, if you're chasing an attacker, you've already lost. It means you weren't in position. So why are we worried about catch-up speed from a center back? Shouldn't they be in position and not having to catch up to a striker or a forward? I mean, that was our complaint against Zuma. Yeah, he made great recovery tackles. Well, why do you have to make recovery tackles? Because he wasn't in position. So again, it's not that difficult to play center back if you have anticipation and you have a good partnership with the person next to you.
Look, I'm not. It's more about the price with me than anything else. Because
What's the
I know
price,
people
though?
saying 60 plus, but it's not true. They turned down 80 mil and plus player. So stop saying 60. They turned
never
down
offered
80.
that.
Yeah,
We did not offer
We
that.
haven't
They
offered
never
that.
offered. They never turned down 80 mil.
We haven't offered that.
Yeah, that's a lie.
No,
That's,
we haven't offered that
that's
yet.
what I saw on Twitter. So
No.
No. That's the price that they want for him. That hasn't been
Hey,
rejected just yet.
The biggest point everybody's missing, if Tommy Tuchel wants this player, we go get this player. So we're actually backing the manager for once and not having board signings. Okay. The guy I like the most, Christian Pulisic, was a board signing. He was not a manager signing. Okay.
If anything, Pulisic's likely to be involved in the deal. That's
No,
what we're
he's
hearing. Him or
actually
Jorginho.
no,
less
I heard
likely.
Jorginho was more.
Jorginho
No,
and
I heard
Werner.
one or the other.
It's going to be Jorginho and Werner.
Jorginho.
I saw the Pulisic one, but I don't think he'll be included in a swap deal with plan and letting him go. Jorginho could be, but I doubt he is either as well.
Hey, I'll take the link on 3. Just place 3. No money involved. I'll take it.
What, Pulisic,
No,
Werner, and Jorginho?
Not Pulisic. Pulisic is still good. Pulisic,
Yeah.
we can get for Pulisic about 60 mil. I think we can get 60 mil for Pulisic.
And just so everybody knows, the guy that we're all hyped coming in, Raphinha, Pulisic had more goal contributions per minute than Raphinha did last year. I think Raphinha was every 186 minutes he had a goal contribution. Pulisic is 172. So
Well, because he's come off the bench, and when the opposition is tired to run.
he also played wing back and striker and number 8, and
So did Raphinha sometimes for them.
Remind me where Leeds finished this season.
so
Do you know what I mean? Leeds finished what, 16th, 17th? So, of course
Right,
he's
so
got
Daniel
less
said
of course
people
he's got
need
less
to-
goal contributions.
So Daniel said people need to chill. Raphinha won't go Barcelona. They're broke. Everyone was panicking about this yesterday, and I think Deco is allegedly still in Barcelona having talks over the deal. I wouldn't be too worried about Barcelona's situation because, like we said, they still. I don't know if the money's gone in yet or not, but they need to pay the majority up front to try and match our deal. That was the main reason as to why we beat Arsenal to the Raphinha deal. We were offering a lot more up front than what Arsenal were doing. Barcelona need to get that money in, and they need to get it quickly in order to do that. And with them even struggling to pay the fee Bayern Munich want for Lewandowski, I wouldn't put money on them being able to pull that in as quickly as Leeds want. What they want is they want Raphinha to wait for Barcelona to be ready. And to me, like, I'm in two minds of it. Whereas, like, I get if we're going to sit here and say, I don't want anyone who wants to be at Real Madrid or Barcelona, we're not going to have a massive pick of players to be able to choose from. An even smaller group of players at a top level. So I understand that to a point. But if Raphinha is going to hold it out this long to try and get Barcelona or to try and wait out Barcelona over us, personally think maybe it would be better for us to just move on.
Well,
Imagine
That's completely opposite what I think. By the way, to address Big Ron comment real quick, the duoscope was growing on him. I suggest you, if you see growth on you personally, you need to see a physician. That's number one. Number two, the funny part is about
Look at
Raphinha
this
and
fucking
Barcelona.
hater.
Barcelona still need the match. Still need to match the Chelsea's offer. If you think for a second that Leeds United are gonna say, yeah, because it's Barcelona, we're gonna cut you a price for less, you're out of your mind. By losing a player because the player wants the cheaper.
No, they'll have to match us. But I think if they were willing to wait, if they were willing to wait for Barcelona,
then Chelsea can raise it.
Will they raise it?
Why not?
We have absolutely no
They
idea.
already have an agreement. Why would they
I don't
continue
care
to raise
about
it
the
from there?
agreement. That personal
But Chelsea
agreement,
will. You won't, but Chelsea will.
my
No, I'm saying your personal agreement with player, it's one thing. But if the club does not wants to sell player for cheaper just because the player wants to go to a specific club, that's not gonna happen.
No. I'm not saying they'll get it for cheaper. I'm saying like Barcelona need to raise that money and soon, and I think
do you
they
know-
would rather Leeds wait for them
Okay.
to have the amount of money to match
Okay.
it. Like
Okay.
make
Do you
them
know
wait.
how
for
much? Do you know how much?
How much what?
35 million euros. They actually put the offer for Raphinha. 35 million euros. So now they have to double
Yeah, which is
that.
why I don't think it's happening unless Leeds want to wait.
Okay.
And
well,
the only
if that-
reason I could see them want to wait is if they don't want to deal with playing with Raphinha in the Premier League. Other than that, like I don't think Barcelona would be able to do it.
Lewis, they don't care. They were talking with Arsenal for a week and accepted our bid. They don't care where Raphinha goes.
Then with Barca, then it's very unlikely in my opinion.
Wait.
we have
And the only
no
question mark is
idea.
how much Raphinha's trying to push.
Lewis. So you have a problem with how long like Raphinha's taken to ponder on the decision of joining Chelsea or Barcelona?
Not right now. It's more if it continues. Like as of right now, I don't really blame him. But like,
I mean, my thing is like most of these like South American players, their dreams are to play for like Real Madrid and Barcelona. So it's like I think if he has an opportunity, because he's 25, it's not like he's like really young. So I think if he has an opportunity now, I don't blame him for wanting to take it. And personally, for me, I prefer Dembele anyway, despite his injury record. So I mean, it kind of works out in both ways. But if he came, I wouldn't mind.
Justice, what were you going to say?
Jimmy Soler, who is the La Liga reporter for La Liga reporter, was on ESPN last night, or sometime during the day. I saw it last night, and she said that Barcelona was interest in Raphinha was based on the fact that they thought Leeds was going to be relegated.
Right.
They cannot come up with the money to match Chelsea's offer for Raphinha.
That's right.
Also, it's not transfer fees that Barcelona are light on. It's the fact that La Liga will not let them register players. They have to get La Liga's approval to register certain players. So with the money they've got coming in for whatever, they're now able to register frees like Kessie and Christensen. They still want Aspie. They still want Alonso. And they still want Lewandowski. They have to get all that done before they can even go back in with another bid for Raphinha. Raphinha ain't going to wait that long. He wants to get where he's going because he wants to be settled, to know where he's going to go so he can put that behind him, get the season started so he can focus on the World Cup, just like most players. They don't want to be in limbo for too long because there's a World Cup coming up.
Also, can I just say, all those people bagging on Deco, he's doing his job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's doing his job.
Oh yeah, everyone's just petty saying he's a snake. I've been on there as well.
First of all, he was only at us for like 2.5
Oh, yeah,
years or
Minerals
something.
FC in the building.
Hey, big up Johnny. Brown envelopes running rings around you lot. Bro, I don't even know who's the brown envelope.
Where's your Haaland sauce,
Yeah.
Johnny? Where's your Haaland sauce?
Yeah, where's the
Haaland
brown
sauce?
envelope that
Yeah,
give you
where's the brown
Haaland
envelope for that?
source?
Oh, Jesus.
Go on, Justice. What are you saying?
I have a personal. I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to say it, but I have a links to a specific player. I know. I just cannot say I cannot say it over here.
Right. Justice, what were you saying, bro? Go for it.
So she broke. So if you haven't seen the clip, it's on YouTube of ESPN. Watch Jimmy Soler and listen to her. She is actually a La Liga reporter. She's not from one of the news rags. She's a La Liga reporter, and so she has some inside information. And what she said was clear and concise. Barcelona are not out of the weeds. They're still in a whole lot of trouble, and they still need to get more cash infusion before they can do anything big. So De Jong's not even done and gone. They have to get that money in as well. So y'all just need to chill out. Raphinha will get signed. He just got the contract offer last night. What do you want him just to not negotiate and just sign the bastard?
Yeah, like
come
like
on.
City agreed with Kelvin Phillips like a week and a half ago, and he's yet to even have a medical. I don't hear people bitching and complaining that, oh my God, we're not going to get Kelvin Phillips. Like, oh, it's been over a week since he's agreed to a deal. Like, where's the medical? Like, I mean, listen, Deco works for Barcelona.
He's still on
He
his
works there.
vacation.
Yeah, Raphinha's right now on
Raphinha's
holiday on a beach with his girlfriend. Like, Deco he works for Barcelona. He has an office at the Camp Nou. Like, for him being there, you don't have any idea if he's there to talk about Raphinha or there to just work. Like, that's his employer. So like all this jumping around, hopping around, bitching and complaining about like, oh, Deco's still at Barca. Like, yeah, he works there. You're gonna see him there all the time.
Ambassador to South America.
Somebody backfeed.
But listen.
It's
I'd
gone now. I think it was
rather
fatter.
be slow and wake up today this morning as a Spurs fan and sign him with Richarlison. That's already done in less than 12 hours. I'd rather be that. I'd rather take our time. You know. I don't
Yeah, they
understand
spent
this.
60 million on Richarlison, who won't even start for them. Like,
That's what I mean. It's like
The reporter's name is Gemma Gemma Soler, Soler. That's the reporter's name. Who was on
Dembele
ESPN.
news, there is no Dembele news. 1 hour he's staying, 1 hour he's going. Today is his last day of his contract, and they can't. Barca, I don't know. I think there's a rule, isn't it? Barca couldn't register him as a free or something like that. I don't know, but there's no news on Dembele whatsoever. Still, it's the same. No one knows.
Yeah, I think most likely he's going to be staying.
Why is people saying that Deco is working for Barca? Do you know the bigger defeat, the bigger percentage he gets? How is he working?
I'm just being an agent.
Just doing
People are
his
just
job.
petty about it.
No, but guys, wouldn't it be funny if we like absolutely mocked Arsenal for the fact that we're getting Raphinha and then he goes to Barcelona? Like, wouldn't that just be hilarious?
It would not be. I am not here for the timeline.
I'm not.
No, I'm not here.
Do you think I will be upset that player decide to go to Barcelona over Chelsea? No.
And I didn't say you'd be upset. I didn't say you'd be upset. I just said it's slightly funny.
Well, no, because we weren't chasing Raphinha. The deal came out of nowhere.
Yeah, we didn't make 6-point presentation on it.
Yeah,
I just finally saw a price on Emerson, so 15 million euro is what we want for Emerson.
15 million. Someone should be able to come up with that.
No, Lazio.
Yep, send him back with Maurizio Sarri and
put Seppa's comment. Lewis,
we'll be happy to get
Seppa's last comment. Seppa's last comment up. Just,
if
you can, please.
Dembele is going to renew his contract at 11:59 p.m. by the skin of teeth. That would be so Chelsea. So can't be bothered for it. Right, Ray says Spurs buying Richarlison means Kane can move. No, it does not.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does not.
Why doesn't anyone
Kane ain't
understand
going.
sports?
This is a more likely scenario. Son goes to Real Madrid, and Richarlison is a Son replacement.
I just think Richarlison's there for depth. I was surprised at the 60 million fee, but
you don't pay 60 million for depth.
I think that's the perfect time to say cap.
What, you think one of that front three would actually be going? I'd be very surprised.
No, Son is not going to Real Madrid under any circumstances.
Well, there's been talk about it, so
no, I could see it. Like, and also, like as a player, it would work in terms of marketability. It would be brilliant for Real Madrid as well. Even though, to be honest, they don't need it, but it would still be really good for them in that asset. I could see it happen. I could.
Who plays on the left for Real Madrid?
Vinicius plays on the left, but I think Son is both-footed, so it's not like illogical to say he could play on the right as well.
Who's behind Vinicius on the left?
Some dude with a broke ankle and a fat butt.
That's why it's got a broken ankle.
I love doing that to Josh about Hazard.
Why are you still walking, Andrew?
Who says that? You never proved that.
Why are you still walking?
I don't know. Why are you still talking?
Right, but yeah, on the Richarlison thing as well, I was surprised to see that we were trying to hijack that at the last minute. and I
Yeah.
don't know where that came
It's
from.
not as
And I don't
hijack.
understand.
Apparently, we just asked. We offered the player, and it wasn't.
Told
It was
you, man.
45
Yeah, that's
million plus
not
a
a
player.
hijack. We tried to go in for a money plus player deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's because he's doing American sports.
Maybe
trading
that's
with
why he
players
cost
and money.
60 mils instead of 40. Because
Yeah.
Chelsea Steven were like, you know what? Let's
Chelsea
match
probably
the-
do 40 and Barkley or something like that. I don't know.
And no, he was
Yes.
probably one of Gilmore Gallagher. Although
40 plus
they said
Barkley. Well,
Not a
50.
Gilmore.
Gilmore and Gallagher on loan potentially. No,
No,
Clegg is staying in
Gilmore
the squad.
is
My
not
bad.
going on loan or getting.
Yeah,
sold,
yeah,
I
my
promise
bad,
you.
my bad.
why do you
Yeah,
why do
you
you think
say.
that?
I know for 100%, and I can make a bet on it.
You know, for 100%.
110.
Okay. You
That's
better hope he
interesting.
does it,
Oh,
because
it's
you're gonna
not his
get
little-
pawned on
okay.
here.
That's
At
fine.
the end of the debate, it's like, cool, that's what you think. Cool, no worries. But yeah, I think it'll be, at the very least, you're going to see a lot of him in preseason, a lot. And then the decision will be made based on that. But I'd be surprised if he goes out on loan again this summer. But surprised. I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility. But yeah, for Richarlison, like, the only thing that was a bit iffy to me about us trying to hijack it is, does it mean that we're not as confident on the Raphinha deal? That we're just now trying to come in and try and get Richarlison as a potential replacement? That was the only question mark to me surrounding it, other than why are we trying to hijack this deal in the first place? But he's going to Tottenham, so is what it is. We don't have to worry too much. I just thought it was a very surprising announcement that I saw. Right, we can move to Sterling stuff as well. I saw you sent this to me earlier.
Gianlagi Longari say Raphinha, despite the proposal of Chelsea and Barcelona, are convinced of being able to hijack transfer. Raphinha has granted time to Barca in order to introduce the final proposal to Leeds 60 plus 10. That still doesn't, nothing. That doesn't, it's the same shit, different way.
Worded differently, but it's at least putting a number on the table. They're saying they're actually going to try and outbid us. They're going to go for 60 million to 10, whereas we went 55 and... Oh, no, I think it's around the same. I think it is around the same.
I mean, I think if the Barcelona money is real, I think he has much more incentive to go to Barcelona than come to us.
Yeah,
it's not
100%.
Mhm.
Like,
It's not real. They don't
I'm
have the
kind of
money to do
anticipating
that.
it. But
Again,
we'll see.
these reporters are putting this shit out so you click on their articles. That's it. They can't magically skirt La Liga rules. They can't do that. So La Liga says you can't sign the player. You can't sign the player. Or maybe you can
All I'm
sign the
saying-
player, but you can't register him to play. So
All I'm
why
saying
is somebody
is-
going to
all-
go someplace they can't even register?
All I'm gonna say is that I don't believe that the money's real personally, but I do know that Barcelona and Real Madrid always find a way to skirt these laws and rules and regulations.
Yeah.
They always find a way to skirt them. So I'm not ruling it out entirely. I don't believe the money's real. I don't think that they're gonna sign him in. I think this is gonna like drag on for a bit now, but I don't think it's definitely not a sure thing.
If I tell you right now, if Deco, if the meeting between Boli and Deco goes bad today, we'll just go sign Dembele.
Which
That's
I'm in
what's going to
favor of.
happen. That's what's going to happen. And then Raphinha can stay at Leeds or he can go to Arsenal. Again, Boli is not the type of person who's going to get janked around. He's done sporting deals for years. He's not going to do it. He's going to say, okay, well, you wanted Dembele? We'll get Dembele instead of Raphinha, and we'll move on. We're not going to get bogged down in a bidding war for a player. It's not going to happen. We got too much business to do this summer.
Legit question: why is Barcelona? Where did they get this money from? Honestly, Spotify Stadium.
So the Spotify deal, the 500 mil from the Spotify deal comes in installments. It's 250 mil per year, and I think that I saw like this thing they're selling like specific things, but to a total of like 177 million that they'll get. I don't think it always. It's not. So I think they have got an influx of money, but I don't think it's all to go in the transfer budget. So
No,
I
they've
just
got
think
debt
they're
they
just.
gotta pay. They gotta
I
service.
subscribe Spotify for £9 a month, and then that my mom. Then what you mean that my money goes into that club?
Yeah, man, you're paying AC's contract. Congratulations, man.
Just so it
No,
goes on
it obviously doesn't work like that, Fata.
Yeah.
But still, it's like I think they're just like rejigging their budget to make sure they can pay for certain things. But I don't know.
They sold some TV rights to get this money, and it's going to come in installments.
They got 300 likes.
The fact that you guys don't even want to entertain that it could happen is crazy to me.
No, I do.
I haven't done that.
Okay, you're right.
To
We're not
with that
getting
one.
any players this summer. We're gonna play with what we got. Is that better?
What?
No, but but I mean,
the fact that Barcelona can get Raphinha is what I'm saying. You guys aren't entertaining that.
Don't say you guys. Stop saying you guys.
I'm just telling you what reporter
Thank you very much.
has said. It can't happen.
Well, they can sign players. They just can't register them. Barcelona signed Ferran Torres. It took a while to register.
I'm gonna pay £70 million for a player I can't even play.
Well,
that sounds like it's good business.
They can't register.
But you're acting like Barcelona does good business on a regular. They do fucked up shit all the time. It's not illogical to say that.
And those players choose to go there anyway.
Exactly, because the allure of Barcelona is too great to turn down, even if they're literally like dirt broke.
So he's just going to take a year off and not play. Is that
It's
what
not going to be a year.
It may not be.
They have to get players off the books, and they will. They promised Christensen and Kessié, you guys, we're going to sign with you, but you can't register you yet. I promise you, we'll sign you. Here we are. They're signing them. They had some plan in place. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be easy, but these players are going to get registered eventually. Ferran Torres signed for them. He took
Ferran Torres, Depay, that happened literally last season.
Register them, but they register them.
So all I'm saying, I'm not. Even though I'm not confident in their ability to do that, I'm saying the threat of Barcelona is a legitimate one because of the way they crazily do business. They're like a wild horse. I mean,
it doesn't make sense though. It's not fiscally responsible, but that's the way they've been moving.
Yeah, I've seen that Gongari thing again. Barca convinced of being able to hijack the deal for Raphinha. Have to play it by ear, but they are 100% weighing up for Barcelona over Chelsea. So to people, I wouldn't get their hopes up too much about it.
How do we know that?
Well, we already did it. But
is Deco having a meeting with Bowley?
I think he was meant to be traveling to London today or tomorrow.
Video conference today.
Okay. Then how do we have any idea that he's waiting for Barcelona? If he's having a meeting with the guy, with our owner, that means he's probably at this point considering the deal. If they were going to tell Chelsea, no, we're waiting for Barca, they would have done that right away, and this would be done. Chelsea would probably just back out of the deal. It doesn't make any sense that Chelsea would be like, you know what? Okay, you go ahead and wait for Barca. We'll just chill here. No, if it was even a consideration that Deco told Bowley, hey, we're going to wait a few weeks for Barca. Bowley would just say, all right, fuck it. The deal's off the table then. He's not going to sit around for 2 or 3 weeks for Raphinha. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. I told you, he'll pull the deal. If he doesn't sign this weekend, he'll pull the deal and say, you know what, good luck. And he'll move on.
Yeah, if Chelsea puts a deadline on it, then I'm sure they'll be dumb to wait on Barcelona because that's a risk. But I'm sure Deco, it'd be unwise for him to fold his arms and not do his job. Finalizing a deal with Chelsea while waiting on Barcelona. He's still going to move on the Chelsea.
But it's not about that. It's about the 60 million. It's not about individual. It's individual preferences. It's about the club matching the number, which is Barcelona did not put the number yet. So technically, how do we can talk about the Barcelona signing a player when they didn't even give Leeds the offer?
I agree. He has to work with Chelsea in the meantime.
Exactly. I'm not saying it's not possible for them to stay because I've always said the La Liga is crooked.
Yeah,
that's my biggest thing. The problem is we'll see if we get the money, but I don't think we will.
Yeah, all it is one reporter going against what another reporter said in Spain.
Hmm.
Because there was reports this morning that Dembele is close to re-signing. That means Raphinha is going to Chelsea. And now another reporter comes out, no, we're confident we're going to hijack. Maybe this is all bullshit
Yeah.
to get Dembele to sign.
Yeah, people were retweeting this Gerard Moreno guy yesterday. The guy has the Camp Nou literally in his profile picture. Like, this dude is a Barcelona fan. What do you expect him to say? Like, the deal is done? Like, no, he's just trying to waffle around for Barca fans to click on his bullshit.
We are just gonna have to play it by ear. We can debate all about.
It's been one
No.
day.
Look at this guy.
Fucking
Look at Rwanda guy. Barcelona is offering Osama Dembele to Leeds plus 20 million.
Fair enough.
And ultimately, if Dembele re-signs with Barcelona, then they're probably going to be like, we don't need Raphinha anymore.
No,
But
but
I
Dembele
don't
doesn't
think-
have a choice in this. He'll go to Leeds because Barca told him
Barca's offering Dembele to Leeds. Oh,
No, I think he's trolling. He's trolling. I think.
Yeah. He's offering someone whose contract expires today. Yeah. Fair enough.
And
That's
Barcelona
exactly-
Barcelona will be in the same boat with Dembele when his contract expires. If they want to re-sign him, they're not going to be able to register him after he re-signs because he'll be considered a fresh signing. It's the same shit. They're going to have the same issue with him. If as soon as his deal runs out, if he decides to stay, they're going to have the same issue registering him.
All right, somebody kick Layer Cake out of here. Just block him.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Defo Liverpool fan.
The
Oh,
beautiful
there you
game,
go.
Raphinha wants Barcelona, as far as we know. That's his first choice.
Yeah,
know that
we
we
knew
know
that.
that.
We knew that over the last few weeks anyway. Because we were
No,
talking about.
I gotta
Dembele.
bounce. I gotta get ready for work.
I take care, bro. Take up
Just,
yourself.
All this waffle is not gonna feed me. I gotta actually eat breakfast.
Well,
It's not enough. It's not enough.
No, it's not enough waffle.
7:30.
you need some honey.
We
butter
need
with
we
that
need
waffle.
class ref on here.
Well,
That's
Don't
why
eat
Chris
waffle.
arrived.
Yeah, that's where Chris arrived, Jesse. What are you talking about?
Y'all have a good
Okay,
one.
no. Take care, bro. Big up. But yeah, we already knew Barca was his number one pick anyway from a few weeks ago when we were talking about him potentially being the Dembele replacement. So it doesn't surprise me too much. Yeah, it
So
doesn't
what,
surprise me at all.
You think Dembele's going our way and Raphinha's going their way? Is that what it is?
Potentially.
That's what I could see. Like they're gonna have a hole at right wing. Rafinha fills that, and Dembele.
But I thought they wanted to keep
come
Dembele.
to Chelsea because we're the
No,
closest.
they don't.
up in Barca.
But I think Barcelona wants us to get rid of him, like the club and the president. But Xavi wants to keep him.
Yeah, I can't lie. I'd rather Raphinha because he's more available. That's the main reason.
I'd rather Dembele because he's a better player.
he's maybe a better player, but like if he's fit for like say 70%, then yeah, fine. But if he's like injured like majority of the season, then it's a bit worrying. Like we could have had a better player, but yeah, I'd have both happily, but because Dembele could play on the left as well.
No, but Raphinha fits better what I think Tuchel is trying to do.
Yep, Nizar said the same thing as well. Rafinha's waiting to see if Barca can make an approach before deciding his future. Chelsea's offer is good and on the table. And I understand that for now, but we shouldn't be here waiting for too long. If this ain't done in a few days, move on. Personally, just move on. The Sterling news as well, I did see that pop up. Apparently a fee has been agreed. Simon Phillips said that. Been told by two strong sources now that the deal is all agreed for Raheem Sterling. A hold-up may or may not be whether we're trying to do Ake as well as a double deal, but the deal and terms are agreed for Sterling. So if that's to be believed, Sterling should be all done, and that should be our first signing through the door, most likely. But the question is, will Ake be following him in the same deal? Will he be following him later on in the summer? Not too sure, but for the pair of them, for what Man City's asking, you could probably see about 70 with add-ons potentially for the pair, because I know Sterling would have been around the 35 to 40 million mark with add-ons, and I think you'd be looking at 80 potentially with add-ons. I think, yeah, around 80, because they want around 40 for Nathan Ake too. But I think Ake will take longer because they're also looking for a replacement.
I was gonna say, they bought Ferran Torres? Isn't he like a right mid as well?
Who? Barca?
Yeah.
Yeah, Barca signed him as well. But correct me if I'm wrong, he hasn't really been starting as much for them.
No, I think Dembele's been playing majority actually because he's been fit.
Wait, who's been playing on the left for Barcelona?
I think it's
Ain't it
Fati
Depay?
or.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
Fati's been injured. Fati's been injured, hasn't he? Fati's been injured.
It'll be Depay, and then you got Bam.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So I think if Fati's injured, and I think I guess it's viable that Ferran Torres can switch to the left as well, and then they can have a right winger in Raphinha. And also because Dembele was playing towards the latter end of the season because he was racking up all those assists. So so Raphinha can replace Dembele.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
what about Torres?
Yeah, that's what I said about Torres.
I said Torres can play. Torres can play on the left because Fati's been injured.
Torres has had
for the rest of
26
his life?
appearances.
So I couldn't comprehend what both you said.
Sorry.
Oh my God, he can't comprehend. I'll be quiet.
Oh, I literally said Torres has played 26 games this season, and
There we go.
what's his name? You right?
No, it's just Fata randomly speaking every 5 to 7 minutes.
26 appearances for Torres.
Yeah, Depay had 38 appearances.
26 appearances for Torres. Torres came in January. You know that, right?
Yeah. Wait, is this season? Because I'm looking at that.
Serious?
It says Fati's had 58 games, but
yeah, I don't know.
I need to look on transfer market because
look, I'm telling you, man. Anyway, I really don't care about any of the signings. I'm more about the team. Let's see how team plays when season starts. Who we get in doesn't matter. I'm not gonna make 6-point presentation with PowerPoint on each of them. For
you need to make like a Raphinha comp. Come to Chelsea.
Literally the smartest person on Twitter will write pieces.
Fatty, your Wi-Fi is moving mad.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm opening out the tap though.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. You sound like you're
tabs
underwater.
and screens.
Jeez, how many OnlyFans accounts you got open?
Yeah, Fatty's been injured for a considerable amount of time, so it makes sense that
Yeah, I just looked at the season. He's only played
Turn your
13
7
games.
phones off, Fata.
He has all the
Which is-
OnlyFans open, so he can't help it.
I'm starting to see.
You heard that?
I'm starting to see what I think Tuchel is trying to do with our team next season. I think he's going to keep a back five as a base, but in game he's going to be switching from 4 to 5. If you
he has been doing that this season.
He did that on a few occasions, but I think it's going to be more of a thing now. I think this is what he wants to do. It makes sense to keep a back five base formation because he's always emphasized defensive solidity. So it makes sense to have those 3 center backs in a team. But when we're attacking, if you guys remember Real Madrid's second leg, if you remember even the Spurs game, everyone was like, "Oh, we played back."
Josh.
I think it was more.
Already
We
gone.
started with a back five, but we attacked so much. Ziyech was playing like a winger that game, but he was actually a right wing back. So if we play a back 3 of like, let's say Ake comes, he plays left center back. We play. We get Koulibaly.
He can progress to the midfield.
Or not even midfield, but like he can. What I think he's going to do is Ake left center back, Koulibaly, let's say center back, and then Reece James right center back. And then if he plays a player like Raphinha right wing back and Chilwell left wing back, during the game he can switch, he can slide things to the right. So that means Reece James will not slot into right back, Koulibaly right center back, Ake left center back, Chilwell will play left back. Obviously, Reece James and Chilwell are perfect at left back and right back. And then Raphinha is essentially a winger, but he also is good enough to play right wing back because he has a defensive work rate. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if anyone else has seen it, but I think that's what he's going for.
I mean, that's always been his theory when it comes to football. He's like his whole thing is about tactical fluidity. So I guess it's not illogical to state that that's something that he'd be interested in.
Yeah,
but the thing is, I don't think he ever been that kind of person that will actually make that specific formation as a base. You know what I'm saying? Like he approaches the game to the game. So
okay,
I see what you're saying, and I kind of agree with you. But did he do that based on what we used to have, based on the players that we used to have? and availability of James to transfer from center back to the wing. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think he was working with what he had, but then I think he saw something there that said maybe like
it
for
can be
example,
explored.
Like Ziyech, when he played right wing back, it was kind of weird because he's not built for that kind of position, but he's a winger, and it kind of makes sense. He's just not the right person for that role. Raphinha is a perfect person for that role. So maybe while he was tweaking things last season, he saw an opportunity to move forward with it. He just needed to get the right people in that piece. And Reece James is perfect for that right center back, right back. Chilwell can easily slot in left back, left wing back. Ake, a player like him, he's perfect at left center back, and he can play left back.
Ake is the better solution for that kind of situation that you're proposing.
Yeah,
Ake,
that's
if that it makes sense. If that's maybe why we're looking at Ake, because Ake can play a left wing back and he can be a left center back. Right. That means that you see what I'm saying. I see what you're saying.
Ake cannot play left wing back.
Maybe not left wing back.
He played. Hold on a second. He played left wing back for City, and that's based on the City fans.
City don't play a back five.
Left back, Alex? You mean left back, not left wing back?
Left back, yes, not wing back. There is a difference.
That's where that's where he actually people are saying that's where his best attributes are as a left back for City.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the case. I just think that's where he fits in because City have better quality players. He's not better than John Stones. He's not better than Diaz. He's not better than Laporte. And left back, there is a weakness there. So,
but he can slot in very well at left back. But I think he's perfect at a left center back. So him being able
I think go on.
No, that's it. Go ahead.
No, the center back, if he plays as a left center back, what he's trying to say is he can be occasionally when we are in possession.
Exactly.
He can slide forward and he will not be lost. You see?
I see that. Yeah.
That's the key.
I don't think we should opt to want to do that. You know, because it's the same thing we tried doing with like Malang Sarr. When we stuck him left back, and then when we shift, he goes up and plays left wing back. It's not look good. I'm not a fan.
But maybe that's why we buy in a player like Ake because he's better.
No. Here's my issue. My issue is playing natural centre backs as left backs for them to now turn into a left wing back. It's too much switching. I'd rather just a left back that goes to left wing back than a centre back to go left back to then go left wing back. It's too much for me.
It's depending who they are, really. Like
exactly.
No, it doesn't depend.
It seems like
Kunde, he could definitely play wing back if he wanted to. And he's
Kunde is the right.
Let's get to 400 likes, people.
Kunde can play as a right back, and Kunde can play as a right center back. I see what you're saying, Mayo. I see what you're saying. That's a really good point, actually. Really good point. Maybe I should look at it. But I still think it's because I still think the midfield is the key to all of that. Maybe the double pivot aids could be instrumental in this scenarios because you have to look at because you're exposing on a transition. I can see what you're saying. If you're not. So now I see what you're saying. If we get our center backs be more attractive up front in the possession, that midfield can press us high. But if we try to bypass us to not get caught with the pens down, we're definitely gonna need to change the midfielders that stay at the base now.
Yeah, the midfield need to be kind of there most of the time.
I see what you're saying.
Or be able to get there. Because once
the key word is be able to get there.
Right. Because I think Tuchel is okay with the sixes joining, but they need them to basically get up and down and support. Because once we're expansive in a 4, then we're looking at that Lampard situation again. Can our midfielders get back to support the defense? We need midfielders who can do that. But once we get back into defensive position, then we step back into a back 3. And it's gonna shore us up defensively.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see that a lot.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, you make a real good point. I'm interested in. I'm gonna pull that. I'm gonna see. I think I know which game we actually talked about. I think you're right. It's the and it's only happened on the right side. I remember that. Only happened on the right side.
And I don't know if that was because we were
yeah.
weak on the left side, but it makes more sense.
Only thing I can see it. Guess what? I always found it interesting why, if you play what's his name? If you play when we played Alonso as a left wing back, the only thing will make sense if you play what's the name? Weaker midfielder, because Rudiger's behind the strong, which is Jorginho. I thought between and defensive phases. But why Jorginho was on the right, where we always thought that it was weaker defensive side. You know what I'm saying? Like Jorginho, yeah.
Yeah,
it's always Kovacic played on the left and Jorginho on the right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense again. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, it will be interesting. If based maybe SMS is makes more reasonable now as a midfield than I would think, really interesting point. I need to draw it so I can see it better.
I've been thinking about this a lot, especially because of the players we're linked to. It's coming together for me, and that's why I really want us to get Raphinha, because he would be perfect in that role as a right wing back / right winger. He supports the defense a lot, but he's a really good attacking player. And Reece James is a good player. I prefer Reece James at right center back now because for durability reasons, I don't want him bombing down right wing.
And for me as well, Reece and Raphinha cook on the right side together.
If
well.
Kunde, if we get Kunde, James can actually do that job as if we don't get Raphinha.
Maybe, but
right wing.
He can, yes.
On the right side, yeah.
But then he's gonna turn into a right winger, and he can do it. But I don't know. Aren't we a little bit worried about him getting injured again? He's gonna be a full-time running up and down all season long in that position.
That's why we need depth in that position.
Exactly.
I don't know why I point to Klaus news, but we
need a player like that. We need a player like that.
We need Dumfries.
I know, but it went really quiet, and I'm just not surprised. I'm not sure why, because that looked like it was very affordable, very easy to manage. Didn't look like there was a lot in that sort of deal, so I'm surprised it hasn't been done yet.
I mean,
Wason Mount. Why wouldn't you want Reece James at right center back? Look at how
Reece James cooks at right centre back.
I mean, this guy, it's so hard to figure out what he wants to do.
Once again, I had the same debate last night with Flawless. Like Reece James, because I think if we're gonna face a low block teams, don't be surprised you put Raphinha as a right wing back at some point this season, and you put Reece James as a centre back.
Well, yeah, because
that's literally what they've been saying, Fato.
Guys, like 2 days.
Fato, man, that's literally what they've been saying for the past 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh, man!
And also, like putting him
concentrate challenge impossible.
I know you're in Plymouth, but the Wi-Fi isn't that slow, bro. You know what I mean? It's not that slow, bro. Seriously.
You cannot tell me don't ban Reed.
I'm not like Nippon, where his Wi-Fi will get gone haywire because it's in Star.
Nippon's got an excuse. What? You haven't. You're on the stream. You're in the stream yard.
So out of context.
You guys are worried about limiting Reece James because he was important for us attacking last season. He can definitely attack. But if you're able to buy competent attackers, you can easily utilize Reece James.
You know what? I just thought about it for a second. I agree with you with the whole thing of playing him right center back, and then when he shifts up and the right wing back goes into the right winger position, and he goes right back, I think that's fair. But I just think on his one-on-one defensive capabilities, where I'm not so confident with him being right center back for a whole 90 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
I think you'll learn. I think you just position.
What are you talking about? The Reece James that you have one-on-one problem, or who?
He says
Reece James in the right center back position, just defensive capability. I'm not. I think the way he.
Okay, let me try to picture this. For example, do you know those situations when we go on side to side, and Christensen kind of like a pushing up a little bit and try to go through that. Remember, this is a perfect example. Chalobah scored these first goals for Chelsea. You see that empty spot?
Yep. Reece James there. Think about that.
Exactly. Instead of Chalobah, picture Reece James. If that spot is not open, that doesn't mean that Reece James still go there. It means that he stayed conservative, but the winger is open or wing back.
And
Joshua, I mean, you're right, but that's not what I was talking about. You're talking about in the defensive position. I'm talking about defensive.
Okay.
Well, even defensive. Think about what was it? Real Madrid first leg when we took off Christensen, and I rate Christensen highly. But the thing with Reece James is that he has that physical capability.
Yes, I know he has his physical capability, and the way he defends is literally what we were talking about with De Ligt an hour ago. It's like he uses his. Go on.
Go. No.
No, he uses his. Okay, with the way Reece James that I see him defend is. He shepherds people to the byline, and then he because when they have he gives them less options for him to get past him, and that's where he tends to dominate. If you can look at the Champions League final for that. When I look at him in the right centre back position, he has a much larger propensity to get skinned by quality attackers, and I think I've seen Podence do it to him, absolutely just molest him. And obviously, you've seen Vinicius Jr. do it to him. Obviously, those are extreme examples. But I have less confidence in his defensive capabilities than if he was playing in the right back position for a much more sustainable period of time.
But another thing, this is just this is the most gonna be what I'm really confused with people is. We keep no.
You're gonna say anything? Just keep going.
Look, what I'm trying to tell you is, if people really think that we are possession-based team, this is the formation you should be looking for because you're gonna have more offensive players on the field. Do you see what I'm saying?
Wait, what formation did you say? I missed that. What formation you said?
Connect to the Fatour's Wi-Fi and YouTube.
No, I missed what formation you said. It's probably a 4-2-3-1 or something.
It's not 4-2-3-1. It's not it's a system inside the formation, pretty much.
Oh yeah. Systems and formation is still different. Two different things anyway. System.
I said system in the formation.
Right. Okay.
It's a phases. If you go on, what's the name? With the ball. If you possession with the ball, then we play in one way. If it's defensive, it's a different way.
Yes.
No, Alex, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You have more attacking players on the pitch, and even while we're attacking, James still has the possibility to get forward. I agree with that. But I think when we're
he spoke.
He said Lukaku.
He said his first word.
I think. What's it called? I think.
Go on.
No, I was gonna say. I think when there's we're playing against teams where there's a much more offensive threat from their sides. I don't think it's a good idea to play Reece James right centre back.
Yeah, I've seen that. So Barcelona contacted Leeds yesterday night to submit new bid for Raphinha, following talks with Deco. Barca verbal proposal does not fulfill Leeds' request just yet, but Leeds insist on respecting the agreement with Chelsea for 60 million. Still open on the player sale, so Barcelona have to hit the 60 million threshold.
Exactly. I wonder what was bid because it was a 35 first one.
I'm guessing it doesn't. It says it doesn't fulfill Leeds' request yet, so it sounds like it's close, but it's not there.
Here's 25 now, and here's 35 in 6 months' time. or spread
basically
over 5 years. Spread over 5 years.
Guys, watch this.
So this from now is all on Raphinha.
No, it's actually not on Raphinha. It's actually.
It is on Raphinha. If Raphinha says he doesn't want to accept Chelsea's bid, what is Leeds gonna do?
Leeds gonna say you're not going for sale. It's not his last year.
That's the thing. It said yet they're still in talks.
Yeah,
still in talks.
So it's not on.
So
Raphinha.
you're saying
They
that
have-
No,
Leeds
as
gonna
in
Guys,
Raphinha
listen,
can
listen,
accept
guys,
the Chelsea
listen.
deal,
Lewis,
or he
Lewis,
can
listen.
wait for Barca. Go
No,
on.
Yeah,
because
you can
Barca
wait.
got to end the deal. Barca haven't done
Let me
the deal,
speak.
so it's still
Go on,
on.
go on, go on, go on.
Barca.
Let me speak. Let me speak.
All right.
Yeah, great.
Speak then.
According to
So anyway,
Nizar Kinsella, Raphinha is waiting to. All right, listen. Raphinha is waiting to see if Barcelona can make an approach before deciding his future. Chelsea's offer is good and on the table.
we've already heard about that guy about 45
Alex.
minutes ago.
Right.
If there's a
yeah.
discount, if there's a discount to
my bad,
launch
sorry,
this
guys,
guy,
my bad.
Did you?
I don't mind.
What a great interruption to repeat something from 45 minutes ago. Brilliant.
Did you
Not
have any
right.
look,
No, but this is what I mean by
people-
it's the
no, no,
ball's
no,
in
no,
his
no, no,
court.
no,
He
no,
can
no,
either
no.
wait for Barca because after a while they will be able to put a higher up bid. It's just a case of player sales in and out. It's either that or wait for Chelsea or take Chelsea's deal now. That's what I mean by the ball's in his
It's
court.
nothing. Raphinha cannot do squat, nothing, unless they mention Chelsea's bid. That's it.
Yes, and I think they can. It's just a case of negotiate. They have the money to be able to get up to that amount if they want to.
Exactly. What I'm saying is, Mayo, what's your name? Mayo, or mayonnaise, whatever.
That works too. Alex, okay,
If Raphinha say, yeah, I want to go to Barcelona. I agree. He's going to Barcelona. If they match in price. If they don't match a price, Leeds gonna say, you staying at Leeds.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you this though.
Okay.
I don't think this is gonna happen, but if Raphinha, if he really wants to go to Barcelona that bad, if Barcelona's talking to Leeds, and let's say Leeds wants them to match 60 mil, but Barcelona puts in 55, and Leeds say, nah, you got to hit that 60. But Barcelona said that's all we're gonna do. If Raphinha is gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna take Chelsea's offer. You guys have received an offer from Barcelona. I want to go to them. You don't think Leeds is going to say, screw it, we'll just take their offer instead? If you're telling me that Leeds is going to reject him from leaving, well, they're going to have to take way less money next season. Who needs this more, Leeds or Raphinha?
Raphinha. Leeds don't need this at all.
Well, Raphinha is going to get his move for
Hold on a second. Let's see. Somebody can check Raphinha's how many years he got left. He's been in here for 2 years. So he at least have another 2 years.
Well, it's going to be much cheaper next season. Leeds is going to lose half of that. Well, he's going to have what? One year left? 1 year left or 2 years?
I think.
It could. The price could get cheaper if there's a distressed player. The price naturally can get cheaper.
It's going to be cheaper.
No.
But
A distressed player who earns thousands of pounds per week.
But it's going to be less.
No. Well, you need to think of it like this. Wait, hold on. You need to think of it like this. Well, Leeds were just in the relegation battle, and Raphinha was a mainstay in keeping them up. So if he's now disgruntled, you can see their potential panic for their situation. Even though they suffered a lot of injuries, I'm aware, but still. And secondly, it's like if I don't think Leeds are purposely trying to piss off Raphinha or piss off Barcelona. I think they're just trying to do what's in their best interest and what's in the players' best interest. They're not West Ham who just want to hurt players just in order to make the squeeze out the most amount of money. Do you know what I mean? So I think there's a difference there. And I think
you guys act like Leeds, Chelsea.
No, you act like Leeds are in financial trouble and they're not. They don't have to act. They're in the Premier League.
Yeah, but
they don't have to. They don't need this money. They'll take it. They'll take it, no problem. But they're not. They don't need to sell.
So you think? Yeah, but they almost got relegated last season. You think a team like that
is word there? Almost.
Okay, but you think a team like that is gonna stand strong for 5 extra mil, 60 as opposed to 55?
I think. I think it. Well, it all depends how the deal is structured. A couple of days ago, it was reported that Bowley was willing to offer near enough the full money straight up. There's a difference. Usually, they club structure payments over the length of the contract. So,
okay. I mean, if we're willing to go higher, then yeah. I mean, I think
that's the point. I agree. Listen. He wants it. We all know he wants to go to Barcelona. That no one, if any Chelsea fan denies that or upset about that, then you're not listening and you're not reading articles. We all know he wants to go to Barcelona. Fine, he'll give Barcelona enough time. Our deal's there. We probably haven't changed anything. Our personal details are probably there. He's probably okay with that. But he's just waiting on Barcelona. If Barcelona can't get it by a certain time, he'll sign for us if we don't give him a deadline. But, you know, I think it's just that simple. It's either Barcelona get a deal that Leeds like in terms of payment structure, and if they can actually afford that. Because remember, Leeds might be thinking, you're in so much financial trouble, you can't guarantee us full payment of now 60 million.
That's a
they can't.
There's the party with.
It's what? Your line's terrible, bro. Your connection's
Mike or something.
Oh my god. But no, listen.
Was that me?
It's gonna be as simple as that. I think it's like it's gonna be how Barcelona structure this payment. That's what it's gonna be, and whether Leeds believe they can pay them as well. That's also the other thing.
And also, okay, I'm seeing a lot of disgruntled people in the chat. That's now becoming my favorite word. But it's like all that we're really doing is just keeping our options open on both Dembele and Raphinha. The Dembele deal isn't necessarily dead yet. I think his contract expires today, so we still literally all we're doing is keeping our options open. If Raphinha wants to fuck us over, we'll just switch our attentions to Dembele.
Yeah. But I actually don't blame really Raphinha or Deco. It's a normal thing to do, isn't it?
Of course it is. Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's normal. And obviously one thing like Andrew said as well about party risk. Leeds will be thinking, right, you might be able to pay us 20 million upfront, but who's to say you're gonna pay us the remainder of the installment when we know you're still struggling to pay Ferran Torres, you're still struggling to pay Liverpool.
They'll always get their money. They'll always get their money.
Yeah, they will, but Leeds might need to have the money invested in something else. So there's that incentive of Chelsea paying majority of the fee upfront. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of it end up at Barcelona. I mean, it's not the end of the world anyway.
There are many different factors. I'm curious.
Listen, guys, forget all that, man. What's important for you guys to understand is one thing.
Go on. I like this.
Tommy T doesn't have that pool, man. I'm sorry. That's really what it is. You guys are going back and forth, Barca, this and that. Tommy T does not have that pool, bro. He doesn't.
What Tommy T has to do with it?
He doesn't have the pool, man.
I don't.
What
I
does
don't
this
think.
have to do with it? Then
It's not. I think it's different.
No. Hold on a second.
Hey,
let me talk to Daniel. Daniel, so you saying Raphinha goes over it because of the Xavi or whatever? Huh, Daniel?
No.
I mean, listen.
No, but you're saying.
Listen. No, you're not. You're talking. Listen though. Here's the problem. You said, what does Tommy T have to do with anything? Nothing. He doesn't. Nothing, and that's the problem. Raphinha ain't looking at him.
Okay, why is he in this conversation?
No, it's not. It's not.
That's no pool, man.
No, Daniel.
Talking about?
Daniel.
And why?
Hold on.
You know the pool, man.
You
know the
Excel.
pool.
Let me talk to Daniel.
You know what was happening when Lampard was making calls. You know what's going on.
What?
You forgot?
Timo Werner? I wish he didn't. I wish he didn't.
Hey, man, whether you wish he did it or not, he made those calls and it made it happen, man. I need Tommy
That's what it is.
Well, I can't like. No. It's just way different. Okay.
No. You acting.
I need Tommy to make some calls, man.
No, man. You acting like he literally like the guy choose Barcelona because of the manager there.
No, he's not. He's choosing it because of That's even a bigger problem. He's going to a rookie manager.
No.
Over you. That's who he's going to. A rookie manager.
No, he's going to Barca. He's going to Barcelona.
He's not to do with that. It's about the name.
All right, let me ask you this.
He's from Brazil.
No, hold on. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you guys this question. If Pep Guardiola was going for him and Barca was going for him, where do you think he's going?
Barca.
Where he's going? Yeah, Barcelona. Because he's going to play. Because he's going to play at Barcelona.
No, he's not, bro. You know he's going. You know he's going to Pep.
Hey,
are you freaking mad?
You know he's going to Pep, man.
I don't know.
Do you know the amount?
Hold on.
Yeah, he does know.
Why did they win for Grealish?
I know, bro. I know these things.
Why did they win for Grealish? Not instead of him. If you that sure that he's gonna go, is Grealish
Well,
better player than
there's
Raphinha?
something. This is something that maybe our fans have forgotten about. But there is an English quarter. You guys forgot about that, did you?
No, I don't.
That's why we're signing
Okay.
Ake.
Remember
We're
that.
signing
There's an English quarter. So do you know what Pep does? He goes and gets the best English players.
Yeah.
That's what he
100
does.
million, man.
Homegrown
100
players.
million to make a quarter.
Hey man, listen. No, it's if I want to make the quarter, I'm gonna get the best English player possible. I'm not gonna get a 25 million bum just to sit on my bench.
He got 100 million.
Does that make
It's
sense?
100 million bump it sits on the bench. What the?
Facts.
Wow, you just made a lot of sense, Daniel. By the way, Raphinha goes to Barcelona because of Xavi and Thomas Tuchel.
He's Brazilian.
Yeah,
Barcelona's more appeal to him.
Barcelona is shit right now, man, and of course
Yeah,
he's
but-
Xavi.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. It does matter.
Isn't it Arsenal? Isn't it? This is what Arsenal does. Isn't it what this Arsenal does? Saying
what?
We because of we that big. Come on, man.
No, that's what you're saying about Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona. You could.
Lewandowski wants to go to Barcelona.
You made him mad, Daniel. You made him angry.
No, I mean, like it's.
Why are you mad at me? Because Tommy T has no pull, man. Don't be mad at me.
I'm mad at you
mad at
because
him.
because you put in the things that doesn't exist.
It does exist. It's right there in front of you. It's right there.
So when we sign Sterling,
What do you mean right there? What do you mean right there?
When we sign Sterling, is that not
100
his pull?
likes. Let's go.
Guys,
When
Daniel.
we sign Sterling, because he had a conversation with him when he signed.
Sterling is a London boy, no?
London call.
So now he's a London. So now it's a London thing. So now,
I mean, you guys' logic, right? He wants to play. He wants to play for Chelsea. He wants to be in London.
Also, Raphinha doesn't want to go to Barcelona because he at the last
Nah,
Barcelona.
Tuchel wants to play him as a wing back. He's not having it, bro. Let's be real. You guys are not talking about the
But
real
who say that?
conversations here.
No. But
Tuchel wants to play him as a wing back. He said, "Fuck that. I'm going to Xavi, man. I'm not doing this."
No,
that's what he said.
And hold on a second. And
These
where
are
he's
these
gonna
are the real conversations that happen.
He's gonna where he's
He
gonna play? Is he?
He said, "Listen, Raphinha, you're going to play left wing back or right wing back." He said, "Hell no, hell no. I'm going to Barcelona. Man. I'm not doing this." That's what happened. That's what happened. You guys are mad. You're saying this. No, that's literally what happened. He said, "I'm not playing wing back. I'm gonna wait for Barca to make this bid. I'm gonna wait, bro." And that's what's going on. I'm sorry, I have to break that down. Sorry.
No, I'm just not gonna even pay attention to it because it's.
Yeah, he's really true.
Oh, what's
I don't know,
that?
it's because
The
it's sad.
background.
It's sad.
You're absolutely right.
Listen,
Alfonso, you're absolutely
it's
right.
a fact. It's a
Yeah.
fact. You forgot when Matt Lockwood out and said it.
Your favorite manager is at Manchester United, so you will. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, Daniel, hold up.
Don't worry. He'll be here soon.
Hey, but we're in a win-win situation, man. Why is everyone crying?
Win. What's the win?
What's the win-win?
We either get Dembele or Raphinha, bro.
Dembele.
That's not a win.
Let's get both, bruv. Get
Yeah.
Sterling, Dembele, Raphinha front three.
Hey, Daniel, we're gonna have Dembele.
All right, I gotta go, so I'll see you later.
Take care, bro. Big up.
Wait, hold on, Robert. How is that? My logic makes perfect sense. Dembele wants to join Manchester United because of Ten Hag. He's leaving Barcelona.
Man United? That's new to me.
Yeah. He's about to join. You forgot?
Yeah, De Jong, not Dembele.
Not Dembele, De Jong.
De Jong, yeah.
He doesn't want to. He actually doesn't want
De
to.
Jong wants to join. De Jong wants to join Manchester United because of Ten Hag.
No,
That's a
he's
fact.
crying. Dan, he's crying because he's joining Manchester.
Nah, he's joining, bro. He's joining.
He's crying, bro.
He's joining,
They're
bro.
forcing him out.
He's joining, bro. He's happy,
They're
bro.
They're
Bro, have you
forcing
seen
him
the
out.
interviews? This guy's in tears when he's about to join, bro.
Tears
Yeah.
of joy, bro.
No, tears of pain, blood.
They're literally forcing him out.
Nah, they ain't. No.
Hey. Hey, so you're saying
Listen, at the end of the day, you guys need to talk to Thomas Tuchel, man. This guy, he wants to play these guys at wing back and all this shit. These guys don't like that. That's why they're not coming.
Wait.
Let's be real. And you know, and then at the end of this transfer window, you guys are gonna blame Bowley. Oh, Bowley can't do this. He can't. No, Bowley put the money down. He put the money on the table. The rest of it is up to you, manager. Convince the guy, but you can't.
But do you think it was a bit stupid for us to put the bid in before talking to the player? I think that was a bit stupid, wasn't it? I think we went in and put a bid.
No. I think we talked to Deco, and he said, you know what? Yeah, we can do this. And then, like I said, Tuchel called him and said, listen, I'm gonna play you at right wing back, and that's when the whole problem started.
Hold that. He has to hold that right wing back, bro. He has to hold that.
Tuchel will be like, nah, never.
Bro, either way, fam, Dembele.
But he's not holding it.
Bro, but we're getting Dembele. We're getting the better player. Either way, man.
But he's not holding it. Jester, I know you're not talking to me. You're plastic. You just became a fan. Respect me. You just became a fan. Respect me. You're a plastic fan. Respect me.
First.
Hey, Jester's proper fucking Chelsea, man.
No, he's not. He's not fucking proper.
We ain't gonna tell people that they're not fans or anything like that.
He should respect me then. Don't call me United fan then.
It goes either way. Fair enough.
Exactly.
You guys are both Chelsea fans. We all just agree on that.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm more Chelsea than him. I'm proper. I'm just kidding.
Hang on, Daniel. Do you have an England tattoo? Do you have an England tattoo on one arm and a Chelsea tattoo on the other?
Oh yeah, of course. Let's go. Let's have it right.
Okay, I was just checking.
Let's have it right.
Let's have it right.
And I have "Let's have it right" tattooed on my back.
Good lord.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, did you leave to go fix the grass at Stamford Bridge?
Right.
Get out of here, man. I'm talking about B-Tech panel. Go fix the grass, man. Go fix the grass.
I always find that people use the B-Tech thing. Like they don't know where
I don't know why Jester does this. I'm not the one. I'm the wrong.
I know
person.
people who did the B-Tech in school. They're not that dumb.
Did you do B-Tech too? Be honest.
No, I did an advanced diploma, man.
Respect.
Yeah,
big up the B-Techs.
Yeah, big up everyone that's doing a diploma, man.
Yeah, come on.
A question. You said soccer merchant. Wait, don't you live in Ghana?
Yes, man.
What, me?
No,
I'm talking about the comments.
Bro,
how you making a comment about me in the USA and you don't have light or VPN?
Oh my gosh.
Respect me. Respect me. If you guys make American comments, I'm coming for any country you're at. Respect me. It's not that deep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that one's going down.
How do you not have internet and you're disrespecting me?
Hey, that's quite PG, man.
How?
You know,
That is fucking wild.
Prepaid card.
I will say though, if they're able to get if they're able to be on the stream, I'm sure their lights work. So I will
bro,
say
he's paying a mortgage to get on the stream, bro. It's about 50. It's about $100.
That is mad.
It's like about
Let's not do this.
Respect me.
Bro's got the generator running.
That spun my head.
The generator running.
Well,
you have to turn your generator on to talk to me, and you have to disrespect me
or something.
Yeah, my man's definitely on the bike still.
Come on, man.
Yeah, let's not get loose.
Make another American comment. Go ahead.
You know what? Yeah, roll through the comments. Fuck it, we've already jumped on.
Disrespect your country. Make it.
You know what? We don't want to lose another sponsor again. So,
wait, if it was Twitch, we would go away with this, man. Fuck.
Yeah, but we're on YouTube, so yeah, as always, check out Jerseys FC. Check out the Concrete Jungle freestyle in the description below. Big up, guys. Big up.
I love the comments, man. I love you in the comments, man. Y'all know
It's
that.
not even that deep. Daniel knows how it runs in those countries.
Y'all know I love you in the comments, man.
Yeah, it's just violence. It is what it is. It's just verbal violence.
Yeah, those are my guys out there, man. They're just bums.
Fucking hell. Right, so what are we talking about before we just went off on that mad tangent?
I have no idea.
Tommy T's pool, man.
I'm surprised.
So he had no pool.
Yeah, that was it. You're saying Tuchel had no pool, which I mean I don't really agree with, but like we still gotta wait for the players to come in before we say anything. So is what it can't say too much without enough evidence.
Nah, you're right. But why not have fun, man?
No, I hear it. We're just pot stirring.
The Lampard pool is a myth as well. I mean, when we were signing them players, everyone was restricted. We were the only team with money.
Oh yeah, of course.
We were the
Lampard.
only.
No, my bad. I was just announcing the last manager who had pool. You know.
I would have said it was more
Hey man, what tactical
Jose?
master? What tactical master?
I would have taken Richarlison, actually.
Hey,
I
fuck
don't know what
Rich-
you guys are saying.
Nah.
Fuck Richard, man.
Nah, not
What
really.
what team score against us in the
C1,
second?
your mic's bugging, bro.
Fuck's sake.
See what, man? How can you run your mouth all this time and have a rubbish mic every stream you're on? What is this, man? Get professional, bro.
Yeah, man.
Right, say,
Go on,
gotta run
for
your
your
mouth.
crimes.
Get a proper
Surprised no one has gone to Watford for Ismail Assar. I think he'll be a decent
That
signing.
is surprising.
C1, get a laptop
Emmanuel
like Lewis.
Dennis as well. I know there's a
Yeah.
lot of clubs
Nah, I
talking
don't
C1, get a
want
about
him.
him
laptop like
this
Lewis,
season.
man.
Nah, I don't want him.
No, I'm not
I
saying
don't
for
want them.
Chelsea.
Nah,
I
I
just
don't
mean
want
in
them. They're
general.
not Chelsea
I have a
level.
laptop.
Yeah. I'm not saying them for Chelsea. No, no chance.
Is Malang Sarr Chelsea level then?
No. I don't know why he's still here.
Nope.
He's meant to be
Never.
for the loan army. We just couldn't
He's a
loan him
mid-table.
last season.
Listen. Now listen. Malaxa would do well in Serie A.
What?
So we paused to listen to that.
Christ's sake, man.
Oh, I'm
Try to
crying.
see what's bugging
Lewis,
Mike
just
nice
end it,
guy
man.
on,
Send
man.
it. Send
Jeez.
it. Everyone's mic has been sus these days.
Oh, C1's back in. Yo, what are you saying, bro?
Christ.
Yeah, I went on my laptop, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
I'm using McDonald's Wi-Fi. Do you have McDonald's in your country, Sam? Salom? do you have McDonald's in your
country they're in first?
No, but I'm just asking because I'm using McDonald's. Do you have it in your country?
Hey, can we not?
Probably.
Nah, they don't got McDonald's in their country, man. Stop it, bro. You know he don't. You know he doesn't.
What countries don't have McDonald's?
Oh, I think
Lots of
A lot of countries don't got McDonald's.
Russia doesn't have McDonald's.
They got McDonald's, man. You got KFC? What you got out there? Talk to me.
Hey, big up In-N-Out Burger, man. In-N-Out Burger's Wi-Fi.
Bermuda, Barbados, Cambodia, Jamaica, Ghana, Montenegro, and Yemen.
Ghana doesn't have McDonald's.
You say Ghana? Wait. You say Ghana?
Yeah.
What did I just say? What did I
Hey,
just say?
how'd you know he's from Ghana?
Come on,
That is
man.
a
I know these
generalization,
guys.
my friend.
I know these guys, bro.
Oh, you know him personally.
Oh, Star Bees, NFL Daniel, huh? Shut up. Stop crying because I'm passionate on you. Stop crying.
It does kind of go either way. But,
It goes either way. Either hold it or don't. Like, it's not that deep.
But yeah, on that note, yeah, it is probably time.
Hey, big up, guys. I have a meeting.
Right.
This is fun. Love this.
I bet it was. Big up everyone that's locked in. Big up everyone. Like and subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow.
Lewis, last thing.
Fuck's sake, man.
Wait, Timo, once Barca get their money, Alonso drive safely, bro.
Wrapping up. Big up, like and subscribe. We're out.
Oh my God.